Hi everyone, welcome to Cre-Art Share. I'm your MC today. My name is Kenneth. So we're very excited to have Bingka KL today with us. They'll be sharing about storytelling in design. So before we start, can you introduce us what is Bingka KL?
My name is Adrihana, the founder, and then Emma is my co-founder. So the two of us actually came up with Bingka. So what we do is we design handcrafted souvenir products, fully made in Malaysia.
Okay, so very welcome you all to the Cre-Art Share. So how did you start Bingka KL?
So actually we started off with doing batik apparel. So in the beginning we wanted to do batik, so we had to get these batik artisans making batik cloths and all. But we found out that actually it was very expensive and a bit too difficult for us to learn to make it on our own. So we decided, okay, why don't we do silk screen instead? So silk screen is a bit easier. We can learn it on our own, and it's also easier to produce our own designs in a faster frame of time. So maybe like in 1 day, 2 days, you can make the design become a product already. So that's how we started, and then we made tea towels, we made tote bags, pouches, and from there that's how we do Bingka.
I see. So what is the biggest challenge for you, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic?
I think as a brand, because there's actually not much of a community, I would say, to support small businesses like us. So things like funding, helping out with taxes, things like running a business, there's not much of the infrastructure there for brands like us. So the biggest challenge would probably be production-wise. So we have to do our own sourcing, we have to learn how to go to S&M, we have to learn how to go to do our taxes, everything on our own. So it's a very big, steep learning curve. And especially during COVID, because a lot of our items are handmade in Malaysia, fully made, fully sourced in Malaysia. So with COVID, supplies from overseas were stopped. Our artisans couldn't go to work, we couldn't go to office, we couldn't send out parcels. So that was quite a big challenge for us. But in terms of design wise, we could still produce our designs because like Emma, she works remotely. So the designs we could still do, but we couldn't make them into products. So that's where we found that we had quite a big challenge during COVID.
I see. So do you guys have a shop or like an online platform that you guys can reach out to the audience?
Yeah, we do. We have an e-commerce shop. The URL is bingka.my. All our products are up there.
Alright.
Yeah, but we don't have a retail physical shop yet. But now that bazaars are opening up back again, so we are starting to participate already. So if you check out our Instagram, you'll find out where our next market participation will be.
I see. So are all these bazaar in malls or?
Usually in malls, sometimes in event spaces.
Yeah.
Lately they're mostly in malls.
I see. So alright. So a lot of work had to be put into what you do. So tell us about what is a typical day in Bingka KL.
Because Emma does the design part and I do more of the admin and the back end part, logistics. So maybe if you start off with the day, so like we're going to office, and then me and Emma will talk about okay, what designs we're going to do for this quarter or for next quarter, what corporate clients we have for this month, for the coming months, whatever design works. And then after that, I will go and do the admin part. So do we have any pending payments, any transactions that we haven't done, any parcels that are coming in, any corporate clients, new orders and all. So those are things that we will go through in 1 day. So usually by about 2 or 3 o'clock, all the admin work is done. And then Emma will go ahead and do the design work, which will continue throughout the day.
I see. So alright, so your product is mostly Malaysian related,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So why do you choose to go towards that direction?
At the time, we were thinking of filling a niche that we hadn't seen yet. Like at the time when we wanted to go into batik, we realized there wasn't batik clothes in the style that we wanted. And then after we segued into silkscreen printing design, because we found it was easiest to achieve our design easiest, we decided we wanted to fill the souvenir niche because there wasn't souvenirs or gifts that we could give to our friends and family in the style or in the way that we wanted. Yeah, we had yet to see like art on like Kue, art on all the things that are not celebrated enough, we felt. Because at the time there was a lot of typical batik, there's a lot of typical pewter or like I love Songket, I love KL, this typical like Malaysia icons, but none on that little elements of Malaysia that we think give us the most impact.
I see. So, what are your future plans for Bingka KL? What is the ceiling for Bingka KL?
No ceiling lah, I think. But the future, we definitely want to get stronger on our sales for sure. Because all this while, in the 5 years that we've been existing, we had been focused a lot on production because we needed to get a smooth supply chain ready. That's the core of the business that we felt like it has to be really strong before you can go out and start selling. So now we want to put our focus onto marketing. Then we want to explore other types of products, hopefully, like stationery, more home decor items, more things that Malaysians can have in their homes that would reflect of their own personal culture and the things that I love most about Malaysia.
I see. So thank you for sharing that. So let's focus on the main topic here. How does design tell a story? So do you have any opinion on that?
I think like design is very personal. So it's very personal because you all are designers. You all are taking design courses and all. So design is very subjective. What you might find nice, another person might not find nice. So I think the thing about design, it has to serve a purpose. If it was designed for something and it does not serve the purpose, that is a bad design. So when it tells a story, it's supposed to reflect and echo with your being. So like when you look at it, it reminds you of something, whether from your childhood or something, an event that you went through. So when it's a good design, it will stir up your emotions, whether in a good way or a bad way, because bad design is also a kind of design. It might be bad for you, but it might be good for someone else. So I think in that sense, when you see design, even as simple as a watch or a light bulb, everything tells the story of the person who made it and how they came about to producing that item or artwork.
Okay, interesting. So is there any story behind like your every artwork that you do?
Yeah. When it comes to Bingka's design, if you look through our product design, our range, you notice that we take the whimsical approach. So our products always the design looks alive, it looks bright, cheerful, it's always it's happy and there's a quirkiness to it. Because in the souvenirs that we wanted to make, we wanted people to know that and feel that our culture, our heritage is alive, it's bright, and it's not boring, dull, or like static. It's not stagnant. We want you to feel that it's got a lot of liveliness to it.
So it evokes that happiness when you look at our products.
Yeah. We also have a bit of a nostalgic style to it because we find that we always look back fondly on our childhood and we like to evoke that feeling the most. So that's how we try to design our products, because we feel that we want everyone to celebrate what we have good going for Malaysia. We feel that there's a lot to be grateful for, to appreciate. So that's it.
Okay, thank you. So I saw a lot of festival like Chinese New Year and Christmas. Then you all have all these product shoots. So how do you find your inspiration? Because Christmas isn't a typical like Malaysian thing, because maybe we are Muslim country.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you tackle that with combining Malaysian culture and like all these festivals?
Actually, Christmas is quite.
It's quite Malaysian.
Yeah,
I think because nowadays the younger generation sees a lot of things as black and white. When actually back then, like when our grandparents, our parents' time, everything was very fluid, I would say. So it's like not like, oh, this is Melayu kind of culture, this is Chinese kind of culture, this is Indian kind of culture. So we wanted to bring back that nostalgia, that feeling, that magic, I would say, of yesteryears, which I think a lot of the younger generation don't really have. So they're like, oh, this one is a Muslim country, or this one is a bit sensitive, when actually we didn't have that kind of problem maybe 20 years, 30 years back. So that's what we want to do when we do our design. So when you look at it, it's not like, oh, this one Chinese person did it, or this one a Malay person did it. So when you look at it, it's like, this one a Malaysian person designed it. These are Malaysian elements, these are Malaysian animals, these are Malaysian art inspirations. So that's what we want to convey. So when you look at our photo shoots and all, you just feel like, oh, I'm so proud to be a Malaysian, because there's this brand that does this and makes me feel not alienated or not alienated. I feel like Malaysian, I'm proud to be Malaysian, instead of, oh, this one like very Malay kind of look, this one very Indian kind of look. So we don't want that in our designs. So that's why it's not to say where we're inspired by, but that's what we want to convey in the feeling of our products and our design style.
I see. That's a very good answer. So yeah, thank you for sharing. And now let's move on to Q&A session, where our audience are sending us questions. So first question, if you're not an artist now, what career will you be?
You first.
What would I be in? I thought about this, but I still couldn't think of the answer. Because I think I'm an artist at heart. So if anything I would do, it would probably definitely be art related no matter what.
Alright.
It's a bit hard because it's part of me already.
True. I'm actually a mechanical engineer from my background. So I would probably be doing something to do with architecture or buildings, but I do have a passion in ID work, so I might have been an ID person.
Alright, very interesting. So how do you handle stress during your business venture?
Pressure. Stress. Because stress is not only from work. There's a lot of different factors that contribute to stress. So I think a good way is to identify what is it that's causing you the stress, and then before you lash out at anybody, try to step back and understand, okay, why am I being stressed out? Did I not eat? Have I had enough sleep? Okay, what are all these factors? Okay, and then are they contributing to my stress? And then, okay, if I didn't eat, okay, eat first. If I didn't sleep enough, sleep first, take a nap and all. Okay, then am I still stressed? Okay, if I'm still stressed, then try to find out, is it work related? How can I tackle it? Is there anyone I can speak to? And then sometimes stress happens when you try to take on too much, but on your own. So a good way to do it is to delegate. Okay, I can't really do the laundry by myself because I'm so busy with work and all. Okay, try to get a family member or somebody to help out. So once you delegate all these little tasks, then it becomes a bit more manageable and you'll be able to go on with your daily life. But stress is normal. It's a normal part of your everyday life, but try to learn to identify what causes it and try to mitigate the stress and pressure.
Alright. And any others?
Mine's like Adri too. I find that now that I've gone through like a lot of times where I did not deal with stress well, I find that I have to have these core things done. Like I have to sleep enough, I have to eat enough, and I cannot exert myself too much. So once I got these three alright, then I won't really be too stressed out. Or like even if anything very challenging comes my way, it wouldn't be so hard to deal with it anymore. I wouldn't be so emotional. So the whole point is to like stay floating, stable lah, the float stable. As long as that's fine, then whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. But also, it really helps to have a partner that you can bounce things off with, so that when you talk to someone about whatever issues may arise, right, they can offer you a different perspective that maybe, it wasn't so bad after all. Like, because in your head, it looks really big, it looks really emerging, and it's very, what's the word? It's extremely overwhelming, but from the outside, they can tell you objectively, oh no, it's just this, this, and this. And if you were to just chomp at them, bite them, put them into bite-sized pieces, they're actually highly manageable.
Okay. Thank you. So, any advice for all those new entrepreneurs who are trying to venture into the art scene?
I think that a good thing is that you have to try out what you want to do, whether it's baking, drawing, making clay art, and all. You have to do it. You cannot just think, oh, this one is a good idea, I think it's a good idea, or maybe I should do this. You have to do it, and then you have to show your friends, is this nice? If they tell you it's not nice, then you have to just keep improving yourself, because you wouldn't know until that thing is out and you show it to people. And don't show it to your friends, don't show it to your family, show it to complete strangers, because in a business, the first people that actually really support you are strangers. If you think about it, it's not your family, it's not your friends. They'll be like, oh, I don't really agree lah, I don't think your thing is actually good. But then the first people that actually really purchase your items are strangers. So when you belanja your family makan, you belanja your friends makan, the strangers that first supported your work are not there. So you must always keep that in mind. So it's not the people closest to you, but the people who are outside of your circle are the ones who will be supporting your business. So get it out there, try it out, and try on a small scale.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you want to try painting, try making little postcards, send it to people, share it on your social media, join little bazaars and all. And then if people are receptive to it, then you can work on improving and increasing the kind of things that you're going to do. And then from there, then you can scale up slowly.
Okay, so thank you for sharing. I hope you all find that useful. So I guess that's a wrap for us. Cre-Art Share. Thank you very much. It's an honor to having you all
Thanks for
here.
having us.
So that's a wrap. Thank you.
Thank you.